phenomenal foodies on Hot Chocolate Hits. Today I'm going to be interviewing Hilah from Hilah Cooking, and I'm thrilled about this interview because I've been following her forever. She has the best tutorials, she's so funny, and honestly, like, her videos are addictive. So let's get into it. You've talked a lot about why you started the YouTube channel or how you got it started, but I wanted to ask you, like, where does your love for cooking come from? Like, what's the origin?
I started cooking, I guess I started baking first when I was probably like 7. We always cooked at home. My parents always cooked at home. We never went out to eat anywhere. And I think I started baking as it was a fun thing to do with my friends when we had a sleepover. Yeah. And also my dad really liked cookies and brownies and stuff. So I think I was kind of probably I was kind of a daddy's girl. Mm-hmm. So I think I would do that because he liked it. And then I don't really know. I started reading cookbooks. I mean, we had lots of books in the house, but I sort of gravitated towards cookbooks. So I started reading cookbooks when I was probably 10, as for fun, which seems really dorky, but
I do the same thing. Yeah.
And then when I was in middle school, maybe 12 or so, my mom went back to school and my dad was working a regular 8 to 5 job or whatever. So I would end up, me and my brother would take the bus home and we'd be the first people home. And so I would always start dinner. So I started cooking dinner for the family at around 12. And yeah, I liked it. I think a big part of it was just that my parents allowed me to kind of do whatever I wanted. I mean, they would supervise a little bit, but they were really kind of hands off and just let me experiment and sometimes mess things up, but usually it turned out pretty good.
So is there something that that you liked cooking with your dad, something in particular, or you just like cooking all kinds of desserts?
I actually really don't like baking that much anymore. I think it's just because I don't really like sweets that much. Mm-hmm. I'm more of a salty, savory kind of person. But some of the things, I remember my dad taught me how to make chicken fried steak, taught me how to make chili, taught me how to make gravy, biscuits. So a lot of that kind of real comfort food is what I learned how to make from my dad. And yeah, so I probably do more savory things nowadays.
So then, how has YouTubing or how has, incorporating your passion on the internet, how has that changed the way that you live?
Ooh, that's a good question. You know what? So when we first started doing the show, I was kind of scared of YouTube because I just had this idea in my head that it was just going to be a bunch of trolls and people were just going to be harassing me and stuff. So I kind of ignored it. We just uploaded, and then I just was kind of scared to check comments. But then once I did, it was really, it was just, I mean, it was so enlightening and heartwarming to see people commenting and saying this looks good, or I make something similar like this. And just finding that community of people where, and you do find like-minded people. I feel I've met a lot of people that like to cook, but are also kind of silly and goofy and like to screw around and aren't afraid to mess up. And it's just fun. I mean, I think anyone can find people like themselves on the internet now. That's one of the amazing things about the internet. Mm-hmm. And it's cool, people like you. I get to meet people that live all around the world. And it opens up your mind, kind of opens your horizons to all kinds of different things. I've learned how to make a lot of different foods that people have suggested that I never even heard of. And I just look online and find a few recipes and figure out how to make it. So I like learning too.
And so but then what would you say are the negative aspects? What don't you like about it?
It's still honestly, even after doing this for over 3 years, it's still hard to take not criticism. Criticism's one thing, but some of the people are just so incredibly rude on the internet, and I'm just how are you? Should I feel sorry for you that your parents didn't teach you good manners, or are you just the worst person on the planet? So that's still hard, but overall, I mean, it's pretty awesome. I mean, and it is also hard because I feel there's a lot of pressure to like be consistent, and like you have to like release on these days when you say you're going to release.
Yeah.
And people notice. People are like, "Where's your new video? And what's going on? And why aren't you uploading?" And I'm like, I'm taking a day off, but you can't really.
Yeah. But so you upload like really cool videos, and I mean, from the recipes that I've tried, I've loved all of them. But what's your favorite recipe that you've made on YouTube so far?
Oh gosh. Wow. Probably any one of like the taco videos. Like I live in Texas. I grew up in Texas, so we eat a lot of Tex-Mex food. And probably like that's what I go to the most often. And you know, I think that one of the great things about tacos is that you don't necessarily have to follow a recipe. You can just kind of put whatever you have in it and just like cook some stuff together and throw it in a tortilla, and then it somehow turns this like pan full of weird stuff, this weird menagerie of food, into like an actual meal. So it's kind of a beautiful thing. But yeah, I don't know. I guess any one of the tacos. Oh, the crispy tacos. That was pretty fun. Even though I got a lot of flack because that's not like traditional Mexican at all. But dude, it's good.
It's Tex-Mex. Wait, so is that where the whole Tex-Mex kind of thing comes from? Because you live in Texas, and does that influence it?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I have access to pretty much any ingredient I need to like make a Mexican dish, and it is. Like a lot of people, I think, speak disparagingly of Tex-Mex cuisine, but it actually is its own sort of combination of Mexican food, and with a very like American slant on it. Like it's a lot heavier on cheese than most actual Mexican food. A lot more fried stuff, I think. But it's its own thing, and I think it's respectable in its own way. So, but yeah, I mean that's what we like. It's our tradition in my family to eat tamales on Christmas Eve, even though we're not Mexican. But a lot of people in Texas do that. You adopt to these cultures because you live. I mean, we've been living next door to Mexico forever.
Yeah. So then, what's your favorite utensil to use? Is it something like a frying pan because you fry tacos and everything?
Oh, okay. I love my cast iron skillet. I use a skillet every single day. I have one. I've got a few, but the one that I go to the most is one that's probably like 50 years old, and it's super well seasoned. I mean, it's like I can cook eggs in it. I can cook anything in it, and nothing sticks. It's amazing. A set of tongs. I use tongs very frequently, and then I have this little. I guess it's like it's a pizza server, really, but I stole it from a Cece's Pizza, like. Yeah. 15 years ago. And I actually love it. I need to look online and see if I can buy one, perhaps.
Yeah. And also, like, if you were stranded on a deserted island, what would the one thing, like, if you could only eat one thing, what would it be?
Oh, okay. One dish?
Or just, like, any one thing. It could be
Okay.
a dish, I guess. I don't know.
It would be some kind of taco. Oh, you know what? I will say fish tacos because I'm on an island and then I can just catch all the fish that I want.
That's a good answer. So then, like, what has been your biggest failure in the kitchen?
I guess I was probably in college. I found this recipe for like a smoked oyster and eggplant casserole. And like when I think about it now, I have no idea why I would ever have even tried that. Because I'm not a big fan of oysters, and it just sounds disgusting when I think about it now. But I don't know. I think at the time I was trying to like get into. I think I found the recipe in like this 1940s cookbook or something, and I think I was trying to try some old stuff. Anyway, it was disgusting, and I don't think it was my fault. I think it was just like my fault for choosing a horrible recipe, maybe.
So speaking of recipes, like, who are the big chefs that you look up to or that you really like using their recipes?
I really love Alton Brown's presentation style. I love how he like tells you the chemistry and like why things work the way they work in the kitchen. That part's like really fascinating to me. I really actually like Rachel Ray a lot. I think a lot of people don't give her very much credit, but I think she's really, really good at coming up with quick and easy and super accessible food that anyone can make. And it's not like fancy, it's not show-off food at all, but it works, and it's like something to put on the table to feed your family.
That's kind of like your food.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's quick, it's easy, and it tastes really good.
Yay, thank you.
So, like,
I like both of them a lot. Maybe, oh, you know what? There's this book I just got recently. It's called The Flavor Thesaurus. It's by Nikki Segnit, Segnit. Anyway, she is a Londoner, but she writes really eloquently about food, and it's just a really cool book. And I actually get a lot of inspiration from that book as far as like coming up with new like flavor combinations and stuff. So
yeah. So would you yourself like ever consider like going to culinary school and getting a degree or?
I don't know. I mean, no. I feel like, I mean, I don't want to say I wouldn't learn anything, but it's really expensive.
Yeah.
Culinary school is real expensive. And I don't know. I've already been to school. I went to college. I got my bachelor's degree. And I do think that probably a lot of it would be new, but a lot of it would be stuff that I already know. But I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I have thought about it, but I don't think I would ever actually do it.
Well, I guess you don't really need to.
Well, you know what? I actually would have seriously considered taking like a pastry class, because that's one thing. Like I am kind of intimidated by like I've never made my own puff pastry.
Yeah. Oh,
I don't know
that's not happening.
I don't know. I know. I'm like, I don't know if I ever need to, but maybe I should know how to make it just to know how to make it. I don't know.
Yeah. So, like, since you filmed the videos, I mean, your partner Chris films the videos. So, what besides from filming, what role does he play in in Hilah Cooking?
Oh gosh, a huge role. It was his idea to start the show, so without him, we would not be doing this. He designs all the website stuff, like he does all the branding, all of our cookbooks. He designs all of those cookbooks himself. Comes up with all the logos, takes. Well, I take most of the food photos actually now, but he used to do that. Does all like just keeps the website running, comes up with really good ideas for projects. It's definitely at least 50-50 partnership there. I mean, he really does do a lot.
Are there any plans for you guys to get married?
We actually just secretly got married in this. It's almost been a year, actually.
Oh, congratulations. That's so nice.
I still need to get my ring fitted, but we haven't actually had time to do any of that.
Oh, that's so cute. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, well, speaking of projects, can you tell me any upcoming projects that you might have? Or, like, how's that kids show that you started? How's that going?
Yeah, we did a kids show for another company for scripts and for their like online stuff, and we're actually talking with them about doing another series, not kids, but like a lunch series next year. I wrote a cookbook about breakfast tacos like in 2010, and we just sort of revamped that for print, so that's going to come out in print soon. Sorry, my dogs are barking. That'll come out in print probably like in a couple of weeks. And then I've got a slow cooker book that I've been working on that we're in the design process now, so that'll probably be out in like a month. And so yeah, cookbooks, videos for other people. And we just did, I don't know if you saw it, we just released this like sketch comedy video.
Oh no, I haven't had the chance.
About Thanksgiving. It just went up last night. We shot it at the YouTube Space LA when we were out there a couple weeks ago. And it's not a cooking video, it's a sketch comedy about Thanksgiving. And that's how Chris and I met. We met doing sketch comedy stuff together. And so that was really fun to like shoot something like that again that's not a tutorial and not a cooking video. So I'd like to do some more of those also, just because they're so much fun.
Okay. Well, thank you for all your time. That's all I have for you today. It was really cool getting to talk to you, especially since I love watching your show. Like, it's literally one of my favorite shows on YouTube. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
And I look forward to seeing more from you in the next couple of months.
All right, we'll keep in touch.
Thank you so much, Hilah. I had so much fun interviewing you and getting to know a little bit more about you. I can't wait to see what else you have in store for this upcoming year. So, and for all my viewers out there, go to hotchocolatehits.blogspot.com or click the link below to check the profile that I've written on Hilah. And of course, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.